Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have the first matchup in our semifinals with the first ranked 2nd Mississippi facing off against the 4th ranked Kelly's Brigade. 2nd MS picked the map Garland Stand, so it should be exciting. Our teams for tonight, on the Kelly Brigade side, there'll be CSA Round 1, USA Round 2. We have Kelly's Brigade, 9th Corps, 5th Virginia, Colquitt's Brigade, and the Graves Battery. Whereas on the USA side, the 2nd Mississippi side, who will be USA Round 1, CSA Round 2, we have 2nd Mississippi, Jackson's Division, 13th Alabama, 5th Florida, 1st VA Cav, and the Irish Volunteer Brigade. And with that out of the way, here is the current look at the bracket. We'll see 9th Corps and IVB face off next week. And thank you to our Patreons for the support. If you want to support, go to the link in the description. And I hope you enjoy this broadcast. Here we are, live on the battlefield. You have Corded and myself announcing today. How are you doing, Corded?
I'm doing good.
So we have a glorious Garland Stand. Love to see this pick. It'll be a fun, interesting map. Our balance is 20. Holy crap. The interesting thing was it was 10 right as we reset the server, and then it jumped up to 20. So this will be interesting to watch. It should hopefully fix over time. I'll keep checking at that, but this should be a good round to see. 2nd MS, being the higher rank, chose this map. And they have elected to be USA first. With the number imbalance, it might be a little difficult for them. And the numbers are fixing. It's better now. It's down to 14, not 20, thank goodness. But this should be good. Corded, what's the CSA plan to normally defend Garland Stand?
It's usually to hold the right side, usually taking advantage of the stone wall. But Union does like to come farther right, so you do kind of have to extend farther into the toward the south side, and they just wait until Union gets there.
And you can see Kelly's Brigade, they're going out that way. There is some nice rocks over here that the CSA are taking advantage of. It's very good. And the Union is approaching this way. You do see a decently sized CSA force here, mostly in 9th New York here. They're up on this snake fence, making sure Union doesn't try to come down this wooded area and rush across that field. Not a terrible idea here. Numbers are getting even better. So it's just a matter of time waiting to see what the 2nd MS-led USA team will do to assault this map. For those of you who don't know, essentially how this works is if one side wins 2 matches, they flip in between the rounds. So if the 2nd MS team wins as USA Round 1 and CSA Round 2, they'll advance. However, if each side wins a round, therefore it's a tiebreaker. Whoever has the quickest attacking time will win, assuming the attackers both win both rounds. And that's determined by the black timer, not the counterattack timer. We'll tell you what the time is at the beginning of the 2nd round, so you don't have to worry about all the rules and fun stuff. But yeah, it actually, 2nd MS, their team splitting off into 2 groups. Going down the right side here is JD. You do have 4 Union flags going this way as well. So is Union trying?
JD?
What did they do? Oh, this is interesting. I kind of like this. But anyways, let's see this charge. So 2nd MS leading this charge. KB Skirmishers, 1st Missouri here. They took their shots and now they're falling back. Union continuing to approach here. So what I think 2nd MS is doing is they're doing this charge, and it's going to cause all the CSA to come to this side. And then respawn on their flags on the other side of the map. And then dash across the open field. And we can see this charge is kind of fading out here. That Union group is going really far out. I don't know if 9th New York or 51st PA from 9th Corps has seen them, but
To me, it looks like they've seen some people, but I'm not sure if they know that that's all their flags.
I've never seen a strategy like this on Garland's. I mean, CSA's hunkering down over here. Quickly check over here. USA, their whole team is gathered on this far side. They got to get going. You do have some Confederate officers in the center here. It is GB and the artillery. And the CSA is charging out the rest of the Union.
9th Corps is adjusting to their left side.
So we could see Union starting to go now. You heard what Corded said. Ninth Corps is moving. Here they go. Union should have maybe moved out a little sooner. Do they have any flags over here? No, they don't. Huh. That's fascinating. So, but JD's going to get up to the stone wall. It's a very nice position for them to have. Ninth Corps forming up on the snake and picket white fence here. But JD getting a firm position, moving down the road to assist 9th Corps. You see 5th VA, Fear leading the way. You see some 13th Alabama guys here as well. I want to see what are these Union flags doing. So 5th Florida approaching on this side. It looks like but these Union flags are staying back on this right side. So it looks like instead of charging the flags up to get respawns here, it looks like they're just going to have a bunch of men spawning in the woods and then charging them across. And when the CSA beef up this side, they'll just send the flags back to the CSA right and then try to hit them on that side again. That's a very interesting strategy.
Yeah, I wish they push those flags up sooner, because you can pretty easily get those flags back. Just running along this road down the far right, on the Union perspective.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if Union did lose their flags, CSA should probably keep a couple guys guarding them. The rest of the CSA now starting to move over to the stone wall here, and I wonder if the flags will then shift over to that left side here. But Union's still going. They're having men go this way. But a lot of the CSA team is here.
Yeah, a lot of those Union reinforcements are very spread out. That's a lot of tickets that are about to get wasted.
Yep, and they're all out of line. That's going to kill their chances here. We do see a Union group, again, moving to the CSA right, where we saw this initial push. It is 2nd MS leading that way. So in a very aggressive style here. And 2nd MS is actually going to probably be able to win that because they're just facing artillery. Union actually starting to push up these flags now.
Oh, they're going to be severely outnumbered.
They really are. This has to just be a distraction for 2nd MS. I mean, tickets still in favor of the CSA. I don't know. This charge isn't going that bad as of yet, but they haven't reached the stone wall, and here they are. Those flags aren't fully charging in. They're just going to huddle in the corn. Union's not doing half bad. There's more Union actually now pouring in. Who's pouring in behind IVB? How is 2nd MS doing? 2nd MS is taking shots.
Yeah, they're getting held up.
So they're facing a couple I-Corps guys holding up there. And now IVB is leading the rest of the flags. How far will they go? Time will tell. Looks like they're trying to hit him from the side. 9th Corps pulling back to prevent that flank.
A lot of I-Corps as well is going back. They still have good numbers around the log cabin right now, though.
But yeah, no, Union has 3 flags? Where's the 4th flag? Where's that 4th flag?
Good question.
Union needs to keep all 4 flags going. Oh, there it is. So I-Corps is pushing on those guys over there. Union hit engage. Confederates, not that. They're getting there. I'm surprised Union's hunkered up on the corn. I'm surprised they aren't pushing out to the stone wall.
Yeah, that would be a good position to take right now.
Because there's not a lot of CSA over here. I mean, your flags are just sitting in the corn. They can just be shot. And you're not going to have any cover. And you can see they're getting destroyed.
Yeah, 4 flags, I think, is a big target to shoot at.
This charge is fizzling out. But I mean, this fight can still go anybody's way. We're about a 12-man imbalance. It's healing. It's getting better. But
Hmm. Yeah, it's time to get those flags back.
yeah, no, they're holding there. They're gonna lose all of them. J-Man has the last flag here. What will he do?
Goddamn, I just spawned.
Yo, Malloy, I think we're the only ones here left.
Get the flag, please.
Guys, grab the flag, grab the flag. Please grab
You
that
can hear the
flag.
dead saying to grab the flag.
Please.
Hmm.
And they aren't running away though. They're still holding here. And the rest of the CSA, yeah, here they come. 5th VA is gonna lead this encircling movement. All 4 flags down.
Oh,
Dang, it's not what I was expecting.
that's painful if you're an attacking team.
1 flag is picked up. He's got to run away with it though. 2 flags picked up. Never mind.
No.
We're fucked.
The other one goes down. You got one more
those
guy here.
flags are not making it out.
1 man left.
No, they're just waiting for that last flag to go up so they can shoot it down.
IVB is pushing in the center here. They're kind of holding. Actually, that was just Mustang. First VA Cav is behind Mustang. So, wow. I like the idea that Second MS did.
Yeah, but they just risked their flags too much doing it.
Yeah, no. If they should have. I mean, I guess this is hindsight speaking too. If that play would have worked, like, that'd have been phenomenal. But they should have kept the flags back and then sent them over with Second MS as they charge down this left side. They probably should have done that then. Because that's first VA Cav running into some Rambos. This should knock CSA to engage. Hopefully. I would think.
I don't think so.
They're so close to it.
Semi-hard, sir, but I think they're...
Oh, no, they
We
know.
are the Yankees.
But, wow. No, I honestly like that strategy.
What, second MSs?
Yeah, no, I like that for a map like this, especially with higher pop servers. I wonder how well that could work on a map like Dunker Church on a higher pop server. But Preachers, guys, you see Zoo there as well. They're hitting some artillery, getting some nice skirmishing out of lines, but they're running into a force on a nice position. Beautiful volley there. So they're volleying and charging out now. And CSA is slowly making this lead bigger and bigger. All 4 flags still out there. The rest of the CSA approaching this far side here.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Anyways. So, how can the Union break it? It's going to be very hard for Union to, I guess, try to break the CSA. What is the CSA doing? Brutish
They're
here.
being very aggressive.
9th New York, they have the ticket lead. They just need to force the Union to come to them. But they're charging out. Or they're not charging out, but they're pushing further out. Union should charge this out. This is a golden opportunity. But it just looks like they ran out, volleyed, and then fell back. But CSA goes down to engage.
Yeah, I feel like they should have just stayed back on the fence and shot. I don't think they did too much of a difference. And then risking themselves going out.
No, I agree with that.
You can see CSA is getting very aggressive, sending lots of people on that snake fence.
I've never... Normally, I just see the CSA hunker down on that right side and then maybe put a couple guys on this stone wall next to the artillery. But, yeah, no, Knight is the furthest man out for the CSA, just seeing what the Union's doing.
Right,
Union's,
now, a real question I have is, why is there a limber flipped over, given that there is no counter battery?
Where is it?
Right
Oh
on
my
the stone
goodness.
wall.
Did, gunfire in, like, recoil into it, and it,
It's
like, glitched on the
possible
stone
that,
wall?
that happened. Yeah, but I have seen some CSA batteries make like a fort
Oh.
out of the cannons and limbers, and it works pretty good. If you kind of just like make that to extend the stone wall as like a
Defensive wall.
as like a little redoubt.
So CSA being very aggressive here, pushing out, hitting the Union from behind. I mean, Union doesn't have flags. 9th New York in front, KB behind, and they're kind of spread out too. Union spawns charging in here on 5th VA. I guess 5th VA is here, not KB. I just assumed KB would be with Knight, but Union charging out the CSA. They wiped this first group. They should keep charging here, and this will allow them to catch back up on tickets, or at least it should, because a lot of these CSA guys don't have loads.
Yeah, they need to take advantage of their over aggressiveness. You can see they're getting some good tickets off them. Now they're starting to get out of lines too.
Because on a higher pop server, it can be hard for the Union. Union's got to push right now.
Oh, they are pretty spread out. It'll be tough.
Ooh, actually, I don't know if they
I don't
can.
think they can do it right now.
No. So we're almost at 20 minutes into the round. 3 more minutes till that point. Another CSA group pushing out. What the heck? It is the 8th Virginia. Some glorious sound effects here as they're charging in, as the USA is moving into the reform. This is a very interesting strategy by Kelly's Brigade.
Yep. All it's going to take is you need to turn around.
So here's an interesting, I wonder. So if the defenders win both rounds, it goes to whoever had the longest attacking time. So I wonder if Kelly's Brigade is trying to speed this up because they think they're going to win this round, so they want the other team to have a shorter attacking time.
Maybe. They also might be trying to just push and take an advantage they have right now. But
Union goes
them
on
being
second.
over aggressive they might lose it in that way.
Union is a little spread out. I mean, Union not having those flags. If Union had those flags right now, Union should push. I know they don't have a lot. They're kind of spread out, but I mean, CSA has been very aggressive. Union has a flag.
Yeah, if they can force the CSA to attack, that would be really good because you want to be the defending team on a charge, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Especially if you have a better ticket advantage, just on the map.
So numbers are within 10 now. They're 8-man. We do have a bunch of 51st PA guys died in that initial wave. They're returning to their original positions. The rest of the CSA who died also returning as well. 5th VA looks like they're going to go next to the 51st PA. Union respawns getting in here, but the ticket gap has closed since the CSA charges. Not by a whole lot, but it has closed. So, second MS still in the game. All those flags despawned. After 5 minutes, they despawn, and the Union can respawn back as them.
Yeah, that's going to give them a little bit of a do-over. And you see 2 Union groups, IVB and second MS, going back to the right side.
Yeah, if you zoom out, holy crap, Union is spread out. But yeah, IVB second MS going to hit that right side again. Do they have any flags? Oh, they don't. Some of these Union guys that are trying to form up with second MS and such are slamming into the CSA group on the wall. What is Spectre doing with the flag? That Union flag. Oh, if he gets away with that. Wow. It looks like he's going to get away, but looks like Preacher's guys are also trying to shift with IVB second MS, but they kind of cut it very close, and CSA now knows of this. Not a lot of CSA on the right side, though.
Yeah, 5th Florida, and I think maybe one other. They attacked the large CSA group that was on the snake fence. Let's see, of 9th Corps and 5th VA, and they've sent a lot of people down the right side, and they gotta be a little quick to reform and get across and be able to get that foothold first. Because right now they're CSA not reacting quite fast enough. If they sprint, oh, they are trying to cut
I
them
don't
off.
think they should. If CSA is going to charge this far out to them,
I don't think they see that they are. But if they,
none of them are looking. Oh no, they're going to go. CSA should have waited for them to start charging, but Union. Oh, Union's got to keep going. Oh, Union. No, Union. Turn to your left. Turn to your left. Wow, this is. That could have been a huge opportunity for Union to catch up on tickets some more.
I think they want to get that position more.
I guess, but I mean, I guess CSA are still slowly reacting here.
Union can take it right now. They do have the numbers, but
They have a flag.
they got a flag in the back. But CSA is still behind them.
Confederates are taking losses. But yeah, no, it looks like Union is going to at least be winning this for the moment.
And JD up top is starting to push that stone wall. Getting closer to it.
Yeah, Union's split up into 3 different groups right now. You see 25th North Carolina there, shifting down from Kelly's Brigade. CSA kind of enveloping that Union group that charged the far right. But like Corded said, JD's here in the center. It looks like they're going to take that with ease. On the left, there's kind of a mix of groups here. They're kind of sitting back. They should join up with JD, sorry. It looks like Union have lost on the right.
I think JD should get on the wall. Just take it and hold it.
Oh, I agree. Because it's going to let the CSA guys here get that stone wall. JD now falling back. Right as this far left group begins to push up.
That Union group on the right side has been wiped out. But it might give way to the Union up top to push in. There's enough numbers to hold that wall.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to charge this group out, but they will.
JD charging in with 5th Florida now, backing them up.
All Crystal Brigade's coming up on the road, along with the rest of I Corps.
Dang. So that
Oh,
looks
they're
like
gonna be able to hold them.
They will indeed. They should not have backed off, pushed forward. A lot of Union guys spread out here. The Union did win on this left side here, CSA right, but now they're running into a no-win situation. They got 2 flags up here too.
Fall back flags on me.
Looks like Union is kind of rushing in to get in there. They have some units spread out. Some of them moving away from it. Some of them moving in.
Yeah,
That's most of the CSA team right there.
The good old tier list is being mentioned. That's hilarious. Is there any group? So it looks like Union's kind of slowing down. They're gonna reform. They're about to hit breaking.
Yeah, they need to reform. They've got a lot of time left.
They really do. And CSA is starting to push out here. What? The IVB, just turn to your right, shoot the 9th Corps guys in the open.
Oh, counter charge them.
IVB's in a perfect position here to get nice skirmishing on the lines. I don't know why 9th Corps charged out there. I guess they're going to their original spot, but holy crap. You're letting the IVB do this to you.
You got Mustang shooting some people with his pistol.
I guess CSA won in the end because they have more men surrounding there. Union at breaking. Wow. So it looks like that's going to be it, at least for now, for the Union pushes. CSA is still pushing out to these original positions, fear is. The Union's second MS is not out of this fight yet.
No.
Tickets are still close enough.
Yeah, they still could very well win. They seem to do good attacking that middle that CSA has been holding.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, this 5th VA group is so far away from their friendlies. That would be a great opportunity to catch up on some tickets. Sure, you have
Well,
9th Corps to their right, but... a lot of Union getting together up here. You have IVB on the far right. To their left, I see mostly JD and 5th Florida. And then on the farthest left side, you have 2nd Mississippi for the most part. But we got 18 minutes and 30 seconds. So, Union actually did charge that corner there, and then 5th VA just fell back instantly. I don't blame them. But it looks like JD's going to start inching their way down this fence line. Who is this? Rambo, what are you doing? He dies.
Yeah.
That's where you can't have a CSA right now. Whoa, they're pushing up. This is fascinating. 9th New York's pushing up, and they're outnumbered.
Ooh,
Badly.
yeah.
Is this a hold at all cost situation? Like, what's happening? 1st VA Cav pulling off here, but there's plenty of Union between JD and 5th Florida to knock this group out. I mean, more CSA guys are running up here.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Even
that ticket
more now.
advantage. It's starting to get close.
Now, 1st VA Cav, they got, if they have some nice shots right now, this is going to be a close charge.
Here comes Icor coming in, trying to finish him off.
Better should go to breaking. 1st VA Cav now pushing in as well. And behind JD and 5th Florida's IVB, so CSA hits breaking. This, wow. Like, is this a hold at all hazards? What's happening? And now 2nd MS is charging out because of that. They now outnumber the CSA on the field because CSA charged out. Colquitt's Brigade just falling back here. They're going to get, Union's going to get some out of lines from this. If the whole Union team's got to go in, and they are. Holy crap. Colquitt's Brigade's going to get slaughtered here.
Oh, yeah.
As
If they hold that corner with the snake fence and stone wall, that's going to be a good position for them to take. If they can use that as a strong point and then send a group down to cap.
Holy crap. And the Union teams, they're actually going to cap the point right now. They aren't stopping. I guess they're stabbing these SV guys on the way, but they're capping point. CSA, do they have time? They have time from their spawn. CSA coming down on this left side. So Union's going to try to win right now. They're not going to try to get some defensive positions, force them to the last stand. It's going to be very close. Do they have flags? Oh, no. Union's not going to be able to hold this.
Flags.
Oh, and they're being flanked.
Behind.
Dang. Wow. So KB is going to lead a successful defense here in the end. Oh, we do have Mustang here. Yeah, he goes down. So sad. But, wow. So KB holds in the end. And Union's moving right back up there again.
Mm-hmm.
It is Zoo leading the way. Wow. That was a cool sequence to watch.
Yeah, even now I'd say Union should still reform. They've got 15 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, for the balance being as wonky as it has been, I mean, they're doing a heck of a job. This has been a good round. This has been a great round. Garland's is hard to win as Union on a with bigger server pops. I mean, any map in general it's the case that defenders have an advantage with more people because they can defend a lot more area compared to a smaller server size.
Yeah, and then that means they're gonna have a tough time next round when they have to defend.
For sure. And the Union, because the Confederates are not holding these traditional right places anymore because they're focused on the center reforming, Union's going to get around to these rocks where we've seen the CSA hold for most of this game.
Get your loads, hold your fire.
Zeus telling his men not to fire. You see this gun being turned to it, so CSA has to know they're here. But I heard one of the CSA guys just say, "Get ready, boy, let's get it," or something like that. So it looks like they might just be holding on the stone wall, anticipating a Union charge. Wow.
Yeah, they should have taken their original positions. Because now it's, Union has the flank on that stone wall, and it pretty much renders it useless.
Wow, it really does. This fight is still far from over.
Yeah, somebody's tripping.
Let's see, how many Union flags are over there?
1, 2,
One.
2.
Not bad.
And there's more Union coming in from spawn. CSA still not really moving. The most moving I see here is from Colquitt's Brigade. It looks like they're starting to shift to the right.
There they are.
Which are right.
Some Union group is shifting even further left of their line. First VA Cav. This poor rebel Rambo is going to die. And he dies. So, jeez.
Waist high, and you boys will fucking fuck that shit up.
Yeah, now you see the CSA coming off the wall.
Yeah, no, they're going into the woods. They don't have as much defensive positions. They do have some trees and such. However, those rocks were such a pivotal location. I guess they have some rocks, and Union's charging.
Some of the CSA is moving back.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I barely saw the corner of my eye. It's kind of hard to tell who's winning this. Union charging in the center as well. So, Union winning in the woods.
Yeah, not a good place for CSA. Union's on the wall, and they have the woods.
Union down both sides. And a lot of the CSA are just formed up in the center here. They're reloading shots, trying to get more in. Let's check our ticket counter here. Union's about at final push.
But then again, look at 5th VA's coming in behind IVB. They keep coming out of nowhere.
Whoa, where'd they come from? Union hitting final push. So we're at 4:12 here. What was that, 14? Or was it 13 minutes when the final push hit?
I was not paying attention.
I think it was 13 minutes. I think it was 12:30. We'll see.
Yep, CSA could countercharge here and wipe the Union.
Yeah, they could have
especially taking that flag down.
Actually, Confederates cannot hit last stand right now.
It's unlikely.
I mean, these Union guys, they still have their flags. Oh, don't. Okay, they're falling back. I guess that makes sense. Hawkeye out Ramboing. Will it cause their team? No, it won't. Oh, don't. No. These. Wild card here.
It doesn't matter with those people on the flag, because Union. Oh.
Will wild card get a shot?
Ooh.
Wild card hits a beautiful shot. Holy crap! I kind of wish CSA hit last down there. That would have been well deserved. But Thrice sees him.
Ooh. I think he's trying to pretend he's not there.
Thrice is still trying to get him. But Union beginning the push in here. You got a first couple guys here. They need to. CSA needs to hit last stand right away if the Union have any shot of winning this. And Union's just got to go.
Not necessarily. They have to push them off that wall, and they're going to need to be grouped up for that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Also, too, CSA is probably going to hit last stand right away, so they don't have to worry about respawn so much.
Well, that would be a good idea for some of the Union to push up, just to go and get them in the last stand. To at least just start shooting. Some of them are going up now.
So 5th VA holding in the center rocks here. And then you have Graves Battery holding up in the front. Graves Battery, those guys need to fall in with the rest of their guys. But here we go. Union's beginning to push up, led by 2nd MS. CSA still not our last stand. I'm going to keep the timer up for this.
Well, this would be a good.
And there you go. Look at that. That's perfect timing for the Union. Union's probably got another one good push. I mean, I don't
And all
know.
their respawns coming in, and they get their flag spawns. They gotta pick those up though.
5th VA being a little sneaky though, like they've always been. So very tight here. It looks like CSA might edge this out,
I think they will.
but more Union respawns pouring in. This is gonna be tight. 1 minute left.
Yeah,
You-
not
if-
many CSA respawns coming in though. 'Cause
No.
they were mostly alive before last stand.
And you do see a hunk of the CSA force now charging out of the woods. Union's gonna get wiped there. Union's just got to get more bodies there. And Union
they're not
respawn's
gonna-
getting to go. I don't know if they have
Yeah,
enough
they're
time.
not gonna have time to get there.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a heck of a round nonetheless. I like the strategies that 2nd MS implemented at the beginning of the round. It's just, it kind of sucked how it went down in the end. But congrats to KB on winning this first map. A good defense.
Yeah. 2nd MS is gonna have a tough time with that imbalance of like 10 people right now, but
Yeah,
it
10.
might make that's gonna make a difference.
It might. It's on the edge, but wow. Corded, your thoughts with this round?
I think CSA played it pretty well. There's a few times that Union was spread up, but mostly they were doing good. CSA kind of almost threw it by being pretty aggressive and doing a lot of counterattacking. And that kind of narrowed the ticket gap that they had in the beginning. So, but they made it work in the end. So, props to them.
They did indeed. And it was a good round to watch. I like the new strategies. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Congrats to KB. We'll let you know what the total time is once we start the second round. But we're good at first round. I'm excited for the second round. Yeah, I mean, I've said all my thoughts. I'm just kind of waiting for this thing to finish playing out.
Let's see. Let's see if we can find the time here.
We should be able to. It's like 13.
It's
12:40?
like 11, 12-ish.
We'll figure that out in a moment. Here we go with the second round. And speaking of that, here we are with our second round. So the total attacking time for 2nd Mississippi was calculated to be 37 minutes and 10 seconds. So there was 33 minutes and 10 seconds of your normal play and then a 4-minute final push timer. So TLDR for how this works is if 2nd MS wins this round, resulting in a tie, if KB attacks for longer than 37 minutes and 10 seconds, KB will win. If they attack for shorter, 2nd MS will win. So, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Of course, if KB wins this round as the attackers, they will advance to the finals. Our numbers, wow, they fixed themselves. So, this will be interesting. This will be good. This will be good. I'm intrigued to see how Graves Battery will conduct themselves as Union Artillery on this map, because this is not a map.
This is typically this is abandoned.
Yeah, no, there are some maps that are good for artillery, as we learned last week with Nicodemus Hill. It can be a good map. Some maps, on the other hand, are not good for the artillery. In my opinion, this map is bad just because there's so many trees. I mean, Union would have to push this artillery way out here, and at that point, you might as well just take over the CSA guns.
Yes, and there are already some Union Rambos that maybe aren't supposed to be on this side, but that's how it is.
What are you doing, son? Should we dox him? Should we dox him? Maybe we
Could just kick
should.
him.
Battleline Network kicks their first person from their event. It is a KB guy, and he's supposed to be on Union. Maybe he's just
Mhm.
scouting. He's a skirmisher, so maybe he's just scouting.
Or the Union.
Yeah, that Union guy. I don't know why maybe he's just. He's got to just be scouting. That's my guess. But Zoo kills him. Good job, Zoo.
I mean, why would he be scouting? He's on the other team. But,
No, he was a KB guy, and KB's
yeah,
attacking.
KB is on
Union.
CSA.
No, KB's on Union.
I mean, oh my.
They flip sides.
Don't.
You're good.
Never mind.
You're good. That.
Anyway, it was dumb.
Oh. Yes. The map is done already. CSA 1. They have a 5-ticket. That'd be interesting if. I wonder if an event has done it where they take the information in skirmishing out of line and like multiply the out of lines by 5 and then the skirmishing by 3, and that's how many deaths.
I'm sure there has been.
So
I'm sure that will be proposed for this at one point. Yeah, but now KB, some of KB is going toward the right side, about 20-ish.
oh, yeah, you aren't kidding. They're going really far. It is First Missouri, the skirmishers. You do see some of I-Corps guys in SV that are tagging along with the KB here. 5th VA, most extreme on the left. The rest of the KB, or the KB team with Colquitt's Brigade, they're pushing down the center. So it looks like a 3-wave attack here, with the biggest being in the center. Union's not even going to go for the far right side. It looks like they're just going to go straight for the center here, and that's where we're going to focus here. CSA taking a lot of these shots. Where will Union go? Union positioning themselves on this snake fence here. At least half of them, the other half charging through the woods here.
Yeah, this is a good attack right here.
Yeah, no, CSA on the right side still not coming in. Why? There's CSA guys holding the middle. It looks like CSA is going to win on their left. But the CSA guys on the right and left need to collapse here on this Union force. And it really looks like they aren't. In the center, they're just kind of holding. Union winning for now. They lost on that flank. Sorry if I'm hitting my right flag so much. I'm just can be a little hard to determine who is winning this match. It looks like CSA is going to win.
Yeah, I think so. First Missouri has been wiped out on the right side, and then it looks like IVB is coming back to the middle.
How are you doing? How are you?
And so CSA is going to hold it for now, and they're going to keep this ticket advantage as well.
Wow. So heck of a job the second MS here. So yeah, the big thing is they just no. We'll see if KB tries to do it again. It wasn't a bad push. CSA was kind of slow to respond. They were kind of scattered out, but they were able to secure the win in the end, despite being outnumbered by 4 men. Which 4 men, such a huge difference. The numbers have healed, but
yeah.
Looks like CSA is going to be returning to their original positions. Let's look at who is where for the CSA. So on the far left side, you have the IVB holding there. In the center, you have 2nd MS. One's leading it all. And it looks like 5th Florida, I see 13th Alabama holding in the right center. And then out in the woods, looks like JD's out here. But anyways, let's see how the Union is forming up. GB is still pushing their guns. Man, that must suck, in my mind.
Yep.
They're just like pushing a gun for. They're probably gonna. I mean, they're probably gonna be doing that for another 8 minutes or so.
Yep.
Wow.
I do wonder where they're going to put them and where they're going to try and shoot them at. Just trying to put them close to CSA is going to make them prone to being a ticket trap.
For sure.
And you can see that CSA artillery has made a little fort here.
Have they?
They have. They made some little defenses.
Ah! Look at that.
I can't even see the guy you called out.
So, recorded prophesized is true.
That's good.
I was gonna say
Yeah, first,
specific.
the latest group that I've seen do it was A&V. They're artillery guys. It was pretty cool. I can't even remember if we won the map. I think we did.
Who cares about that? We
Yeah,
built a fort.
We've won and lost Garlands enough times.
Man, his foot's really dirty.
I have seen Conquest is fun to watch people put that in front of the control point so people can't cap.
Yeah, it's a little it's a little cheap, but
Yeah,
hey, it's a meta.
the ethics of that strata, like turtling, I like that. First VA Cav getting some shots. It looks like they're just keeping their men busy. In terms of our Union assault, you have the same guys going to the right side. We never really pointed out, or maybe I did, I just don't remember. Right, we did. So it looks like mostly 1st Missouri with SV pushing on the far right side. It looks like Union's going to try to do the same thing, except the center push, they're going to push to the far right, hoping to break the CSA who are holding there. 5th VA up front taking shots.
They also don't have a flag within 1st Missouri, so they're not going to be able to hold that for long, even if they do take it.
That's got to be just a distractionary force.
It does. It really does have to be. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything.
No, it really looks like. I mean, if from a strategical standpoint, that would just make the most sense. Is distract them on one side, force their forces to go over that way, and then push united at one front. Where is the USA team going? You have a bunch of KB guys here. Looks like 8th Virginia taking shots in the center here from kind of a long distance. Those are kind of hard shots too, because if you look from their perspective, the hill is goes up a little from their viewpoint, and the Union's kind of hidden. I guess they're shooting the guys over there on the stone wall, but those are just hard shots.
Yep, and 1st Missouri is getting wiped out on the right side, and then no other Union group has pushed up on the left.
So, yeah, no. Union's not daring to push again after losing that first assault. And they're down on tickets, too.
Colquitt and Icor are staying very far back. They're just kneeling down for right now. 50 is up on this rock up here. On these sets of rocks, just putting fire down in the forest.
So, the Union in the center are starting to slowly push out down this snake fence here. But however, I mean, KB's got to push at some point if they're going to win, if they want to win this map. But where will they push, right? That is the big question.
Yep, that left Union group has started to push out just a little bit. They've moved up to 5th VA. They're now really close to the road. We'll see if this Union Center wants to move up as well.
They do outnumber the CSA on the far right. Of course, they don't know that. Of course, I don't know if they'll win if they do charge, because CSA could easily reinforce this position. But if you look at the CSA position here, it looks like a candy cane almost. They just haven't finished the candy cane on the curve part of it. Guys, this is actually Gettysburg. This is what they tell you on the History Channel at 3 a.m. in the morning. Union almost got engaged.
You okay? You okay?
So, if 2nd MS wins this, and KB loses faster than KB wins,
So if the defenders win both times, it's whoever has the longest attacking time. So in the second
The
MS,
longest.
yeah. So whoever attacked the longest wins.
Okay, so second MS wins here. Well, okay, hold on.
So the attacking
K-
time for second MS last round was 37 minutes and 10 seconds, right? If
Mhm.
KB attacks for 37 minutes and 11 seconds, KB will win the game. If they attack for 37 minutes and 9 seconds, 1 second less than second MS will win.
Okay. Cool.
And Knight is pushing up very aggressively, hitting shots. So it'll be interesting. I mean, maybe KB doesn't even need to push at all.
Yeah, that would be a way to cheese it.
Yeah, because theoretically, right, they just need to have this going on for more than 37 minutes and 10 seconds and they'll win the game.
Mhm.
It's really funny because the first implementation of this tiebreaker was a KD ratio, which basically, if there was a tie, the team with the better KD ratio would win. And then we found a loophole that could make it very easy for you to win the game round one as defenders and just hide as the attacker second round. And I guess we can kind of see that not as bad, but you can kind of see it with this as well. So
Yeah.
you live and you learn. Season 2 changes. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, we are here in these current times with this current rule set. But we're 15 minutes almost there. Union's almost down to engage. So, you know, with that rule set in mind, right, if you know KB is just going to sit back, second MS needs to be aggressive enough to where they push KB down the final push, but they themselves don't lose the game. And they're ahead by a sizable amount of tickets. That would actually be an interesting strategy, but KB's not going to sit back. They're going to push forward. Are they pushing on all fronts? Nope, it just looks like the center. A lot of CSA on both sides. They're going to hit this open hole here on this half-stone wall.
Yeah, I think First Missouri needs to run with KB right now just to get those expedited numbers because they're not going to be doing much work this far out.
Yeah, no, Union's going to lose this charge. It's just going to cause them to lose more tickets. In the end, sure, they're trying to knock CSA tickets down. But more Union trickling in here. It is 5th VA now approaching. When all their friendlies died, so they're going to all die.
Yep, and there's still a lot of Union on the left side that haven't gone yet. But now JD's starting to move towards the Oh, never mind. They're going back.
I know Union's kind of a little spread out right now. That charge miserably failed in the center. So Union's kind of spread. They still have their front group on the left side, but
Looks like our cannons might be set up. Maybe.
for GB,
One of them, I think, is. The other one is still trying to get over a log.
no way. They're
Yep, and then they're going to push this back, and it might be far enough to where they can't grab the tail spike because of the rock. Yep, so they're going to push it up just a little bit so we can grab it. Yep, and now we can turn it. Yep. All right.
now roll it back.
I don't know what this cannon's going to be able to do. There is a hill in front of where they're trying to shoot.
Yeah, I do not know. Oh, they're trying to push it forward? Will it get over the log?
Maybe.
I mean, oh, looks like it will. Ah, this looks so weird.
I see there's
Look at that, man. They got it through. Look at that. Ah, there's the one gun you were talking about that I was not
Yeah,
looking at whatsoever.
Yeah, and that didn't hit anything.
Give him another couple
Watch
minutes.
friendlies.
So, no, second MS, they need to do what KB was doing last round, and they need to start pushing out and driving everyone's tickets down. But they need to be coordinated.
Oh, here we go. Here comes some Union.
Yeah, here they come. Kind of a two-pronged attack. Let's go to the one on the right side here. Preacher is shocked. Yeah, it looks like CSA is going to win on these rocks here. I mean, Union trickling in at this point.
Some of them traveling down the center. They're not going to get that. 58 is going to get knocked off of that position. Oh, okay. Here comes KB coming down the middle.
These are too spread out. CSA is going to be able to win these easily. Here
They might have
comes Union.
There's some good numbers that the Union has down the middle.
I guess if IVB's still on that left side, this could create a window. So
Yeah, there's some first Missouri guys running out in the middle of the field. That's not a popular tactic.
Confederate's going
And
down
you
to
can escape
engage.
it. The Shenandoah Valley Rangers down the right side. We're back in the woods. First Missouri has been wiped out.
IVB is starting to shift over to the right here, and JD's moving in, and they're going to wipe the rest of the Union guys that charged here. So, Union's almost at taking losses here. So, about the rule, right, where KB could kind of cheese this, that's, that would be an interesting decision, right? KB won the first map. Do they choose to try to win this second map, or do they try to, like, stay reserved and kind of force the defenders to attack them?
I don't
But
know.
how close can CSA get to Union spawn?
That is a good question. They can get. It really depends on if they can get far out to the right here in the field. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to shoot at them. Yeah.
The realization, and now everyone watching this event is going to know about this here conversation about strategy. But
I'm liking a lot.
it is. You do have a Union beginning to push forward. Knight ahead. Knight has been very far forward as an officer tonight. Like, he is so close to CSA right now. We saw him doing the same thing as CSA going out into this woods. That's not a bad idea for him, who's in charge of everybody, to put himself far out to see where the enemy is. CSA respawns beginning to move in. USA respawns, though, there already. Are they going to push? Looks like they are. Are they?
A lot of CSA reinforced in the middle.
Now, Union's just kind of sitting back here. Some Union's sitting back, some pushing forward. I don't know what's happening. But Union's just going to get destroyed here with them being so spread out and only having a few guys charge forward.
Yeah, they are way far behind on tickets. As the attackers, they are a whole stage behind.
They're a whole stage behind as attackers.
Yeah.
This is a hard map,
Yeah.
right? But
It is a hard map, but let's see. Last round they were outnumbering second MS by like 10-ish, and they were defending. And second MS had a closer gap than this.
wow.
I think a lot of it comes down to the right side, with how they're playing their skirmishers, like First Missouri, and Paul Gray's group, SR Shenandoah Valley Rangers. They're going out there and they're taking a lot of tickets off their team and not really getting anything back from it. They're not gaining any ground, and they're not taking tickets off the CSA.
I mean, you also, last round, Second MS did a good job at splitting up the CSA large force and making. I mean, sure they didn't win those charges, but those fights were more even, and they were winning closer, or they were losing closer fights than what we're seeing here. So IVB going up and over in the center, back in front. Looks like they're just going to try to get some flanking shots. They're not going out terribly far so they can stay with their friendlies, but
You can see their line right there.
but Union, for the most part, they're kind of spread out here on this left side, CSA right, Union left, taking shots. But if Kelly's Brigade wants to win this game, they need to stay very reserved. Don't cheese it and go back to your spawn, but just sit back, force second MS to be aggressive and charge you.
I don't think second MS is going to do it. They might. But they have a lot of tickets to spare if they want to do that.
Assuming final push isn't hit. It's like 7 minutes and 50 seconds left on the timer. That's the point right now at which it would flip from second MS winning to KB winning. Anyways, what were we going to say?
But if KB got really aggressive and purposely knocked their tickets down to final push, then they could theoretically choose it that way.
If they hit final push quickly and then lost the game, second MS would win.
Why?
So right now KB's been attacking for 25 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Assume they hit the final push when it goes down to 20 minutes, right? So their attacking time up to that point is 25 minutes.
Extra
Final
4
push is
minutes?
4 minutes. It'd be 29 minutes of total attack, and second MS had 37 minutes. And because KB in that instance would have a smaller attack time, or a shorter one, second MS would win because the defenders won both rounds. If the defenders win both,
I'm just gonna trust you for now.
if the defenders win both rounds, whoever has the longer attacking time. If the attackers win both rounds, it's whoever had the shortest time. But CS Union is doing an all-out charge.
Yes, that's what they need to do. They need to send everyone right now, especially every pistol. I would suggest getting that artillery pistol in as well.
Union trying to hit the left and the center at the same time. It looks like they're going to lose on that left. I kind of can't tell though, unless we're over there.
That was weird.
CSA winning on both fronts. I mean, you gotta say so. Numbers by 3. But dang.
Yep.
So Union's
And,
close to breaking.
They are indeed.
So does it make sense, Corden, the tiebreaker rules, or?
Yeah, I just don't like how that can be cheesed in that way.
That is true, and yeah, it's very, very true, and that is something we'll try to fix. Not this season though. But the CSA winning that charge. It looks like they're going to be returning to their original positions. CSA on the right didn't really lose that much, and they're just kind of staying there. Looks like 51st PA for the most part holding up on these rocks. Who held on the right? It was JD. They held strong on the right. But Confederates are in a very big lead right now.
Pretty sure JD's been there the whole time.
They're holding like a stone wall.
No, they're on some rocks.
Sorry. Yeah, they're holding like a stone wall.
Yes, standing like a stone wall.
A stone wall. Guys, you should bull run.
All right, let's need to review some of this artillery work.
All right. How is GB doing?
I don't know. Let's spy on them.
Let's see their next shot here. A little toxic. They got 2 cannons up here. Oh, they're about to fire one.
Huh?
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
That like whizzed way over their heads.
It's like if you take a look at their barrel, if you just zoom down the barrel,
Where's the gun? Where's the gun? There it is.
this one that just fired. You can't cut the grass enough to get a hit anywhere.
I just tried looking through the barrel and then, oh my goodness, what is this?
Let's see. Oh, this left gun might have a shot though. They have a shot. Let's see what they have. Oh, might have. Oh, here we go. Gonna fire at First Virginia Cav. Oh, they knocked one guy down.
Dang.
Yeah, so it looks like the shell hit the stone wall in front of him, got stuck, and now Preacher's gonna fire back at him. Looks like Unions put a lot of people in the middle. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yep, here comes the Union. They're charging First VA Cav. They're gonna get their reloads just in the nick of time.
KB, Ninth Corps, and 58 going down the middle. Some of the KB is still holding back just a little bit. They got a good win, in my opinion.
They're charging in this. Looks like they're going again for the center. A lot of the Union not even engaged in this.
Yeah.
Wow.
They might be trying to do like a surprise flank, but it's not going to work like that.
I mean,
Especially, look at this. This is a Fredericksburg moment.
Fredericksburg. Union
I mean, look
breaking
at-
in.
What are you trying to do here?
One of the Union privates says so many of them.
Go away.
But
Go away.
second MS needs to push out here. I don't know. A couple Union guys left, but if it hits, if it goes past 7 minutes and 50 seconds on this clock, assuming Union doesn't go into final push, which they're gonna have to. Yeah. Oops.
Yep, they are over one morale stage behind. And you typically don't see that happening on Garland stand.
No. Wow. This is a beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be weird if second MS wins this round but loses the tiebreaker. Because at least from what I've seen both rounds, second MS had a more impressive attacking round.
Yeah,
At least they kept it a
played
lot
better.
closer. But we'll see. There's still time. Second MS has to push out here and knock the Union down to final push as soon as possible.
Yeah, it looks like I-Corps is moving out, which is good. They're not going to cheese it right now. Although, real question is, if IVB was leading, would they turtle as the attackers? That's a good question.
Put the poll. We'll have a pinned comment about that question here.
Definitely to the west, northwest.
Artillery still firing. Oh, there's the explosion. Way far in the back. Found
No,
it.
I just tried to look through all the trees as if I could see it.
I didn't get to see that one. I don't see anybody's flying, so.
Do you see a flag?
But CSA still have any artillery guys? They got 2 people.
Couple.
Yeah.
So KB has been attacking right now for 32 minutes. About.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna start going down the middle, maybe.
5 minutes and 10 seconds left, and they'll win the tiebreaker. Assuming second MS wins, right? Assuming second MS wins.
Yeah. And then also the final push stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, Here they go. They're pushing into the center again.
Oh, there's one Lone Ranger going out toward the right side.
So, will CSA goes down to taking losses here? Will Union go to final push? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, this might be a good time for CSA to maybe countercharge if they win this set right here.
They should. But see, yeah, fighting's a little close.
JD's countercharging on their side.
Yeah, they are indeed.
Right now, Union's getting a foothold on this corner.
Holy crap, they are. JD's got to get in here. IVB, is this IVB? No, it's not. It's second MS, guys. Guys, whoever's holding in the center here. No, it's IVB. IVB and JD are not in this fight here. They're not being called, and it's allowing Union to get a foothold here. How many flags does Union have? I see 2.
The real question is, are they going to cap if they have the opportunity? Because that would be not good for them, I think. Right?
And it'll stop the clock.
Shouldn't they not want to stop the clock?
They want to keep. They want to keep that clock going as long as possible. Because if they lose, they win.
Because JD and 13th now.
There they come. IVB now pushing in here as well. They might hit final push. Especially because they got a bunch of respawns in. A couple more. They're not going to hit final push here.
So, so second MS's time was 11 something?
37:10 is their
I
total.
mean when they went to final push.
They were attacking for 33 minutes and 10 seconds before they went to final push. Why did I do this backwards? Because I have to do math right now in my mind. It's Union sitting back shooting. So right now, this has been going on for 35 minutes now. So regardless of what happens, if KB wins this game, they go 2-0. If KB loses, it goes to a tiebreaker. In which case, because the defenders won both rounds, whoever had the longer attacking time wins. And right now, KB is going to have the longest attacking time because even if they hit final push goes down to 4 minutes. And second MS was 37 minutes and 10 seconds. And we're at 35 minutes and 20 seconds now in final push. Yeah, so
yeah, it does.
KB's moving on.
It does kind of suck because obviously second MS will have had a more decisive victory on this.
I agree. But that is the rule set that we have for this season. Final push has been hit, but it's not like it matters. KB is advancing to the next round. They're charging in now the second MS. Second MS's forces. How successful will it be? I don't know. Artillery shot hitting the center. Was that a GB shot? I don't know.
Actually, no, it wasn't. There was no smoke in that force.
Ah, so then it was a... what the heck? So, wow. Our first upset of this event. So, JD, 13th Alabama, they're holding on the right. They're now countercharging in. KB getting wiped there. I mean, yeah, I think this is done. Sorry, I made... I don't know what I just did. But anyways.
Yep, this is a done deal.
Yeah.
Second MS is going to easily win this, but KB is going to win overall.
Yep. Wow. So, but I guess at least going into the next 2 weeks with our current rule set, while we still have it, hopefully the next 2 battles will take that into account and realize that, oh crap, we can't, if we loses the attackers in round 1, we can't let them do that if we're going to win. I don't know. Union actually charging far right side, CSA reacting in mass. Who's charging over here? It is 51st and Colquitt's. 51st PA at part of 9th Corps. But this charge obviously going to fail.
Oh, they know we're in. They're shooting at the...
Yeah, this CSA left side has not been good to either Union team.
No, it has not. We have Chuck Soros here, and he dies.
It's almost
But-
like it's
This is
our
I
final
know.
push.
It is. Kelly's Brigade.
Let's go, let's go.
So, Kelly's Brigade in the championship. Next week we're going to have IVB, 9th Corps, battling out rank 2 and 3. That should be a very exciting match as these two teams are in kind of an alliance. So they know each other very well strategy-wise. What an artillery shot. That's the first good artillery shot I've seen all game. But next week's match should be very exciting to watch. I'm intrigued to see what map 9th Corps will pick, as they are the highest rank. They actually tied with IVB in the regular season, but it went down to KD ratio, and 9th Corps had a better KD ratio. 1 minute left in this match. But yeah, I think I'm going to put an announcement here. Or, Corded, could you put an announcement saying congrats KB for winning? Just so everyone knows right now who wins. Because we normally it's still kind of up for a little confusion for who won.
Okay,
But-
congratulations KB for winning, I guess.
Yeah. Put that with like 10 seconds left in the game.
Okay, I can't see
We'll
these
put
seconds
winning
left.
the round. I'll let you know when to put it. Say winning or say congrats for moving on to the next round.
Or moving on to the finals or something.
Yeah, moving on. That's because say congrats on winning this round, even though second MS won. It's kind of confusing.
Okay. How much time is left? I cannot see it.
Put it. No. This is so weird because we're broadcasting an event, but also like we're running it at the same time, and so it's kind of funny like that. But you know, it happens. There's nothing whole lot happening at the end. But Corded, your thoughts for this round?
Second missed it so good. A lot of KB stuff was very spread out. Their charges, obviously, again, very spread out. And then they sent a lot of people on the right side that didn't need to go over there. Some of them didn't know really how to not lose tickets over there. Let's see. Send some groups over there, they instantly die. Send them over there again, they die again.
Yeah.
Which second MS was doing the same thing, but they were able to hold it for a lot longer. And then they also pulled more of the CSA over there, so they could put more people on the left. Take a look at these tickets.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird feeling for sure, but wow. Heck of a job by second MS, despite the end results. But with that being said, we'll see you in the post-game interview. Here we are with the post-game interview for tonight's Battle Line Network Wednesday event. We had the first ranked 2nd Mississippi versus the 4th ranked Kelly's Brigade. 2 awesome rounds to watch. Very exciting. Even though it felt like 2nd MS outplayed KB in both rounds from my perspective, KB won based on the technicalities in the tiebreaker. But again, 2 exciting rounds on Garland's stand. So we have leaders from both sides to talk about strategy and more. So let's first go through the Kelly's Brigade team, everyone that was on that. So first we have Fear.
Hello, Captain Fear, 5th Virginia.
We have Lucky, or please come back, Doondog.
Hello, I'm Goondog from Walker's Division.
We have Venom.
Hello, Captain Venom Snake of Graves Battery.
We have Grim.
Hi, Second Lieutenant Grim, CQB.
And then we have Kai. Is Kai back?
Hi, Major Kai, CQB.
There we go. Now moving on to our second MS team. First we got Natty Light.
Natty Light here. Had fun tonight.
We got Preacher. Preacher.
Right.
Hey, it's your boy Preacher IPA. Sorry, wordplay. I'm well, thank you. Hello, first VA Cav, onlycavs.com. Thank you.
There we go. And then we have Handshake.
There, I'm Senior Handshake. I'm the leader of the scouting element in 2nd Mississippi. How y'all doing tonight?
Cool. So let's talk about the first round. So, second MS was leading the assault on that round as Union, and then KB was defending. So we'll start with the second MS team. What was your guys' strategy to attack on Garland Stand, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
All right, I can tell you the strategy because Smokey helped develop it. But initially, off the start of the map, we wanted to actually kind of create a diversion. And so what we did was we sent us, IVB, 5th Florida, 1st VA, all to the left, and then we sent JD the 4 flags to the right. But we calculated based upon time. And so the first initial attack, it was a little hectic in the beginning because everyone was still adjusting. The CSA was on the rocks. Initially to the Union left, it would be our right, I think, or it would be south. I think off the top of my head. But we got into a huge slugfest there. It was close game. Boom. As soon as we started taking losses, we wanted the Union to start fortifying and spawning in the flag to the right or the north, and so we could actually take the White House and kind of hit him with a quick 1-2, and that's what happened. But one of the regiments were able to kind of see our flags across, and it just was a slow kind of like attack. I felt that every officer did really well tonight, especially in the first map because there was a lot of chaos, especially when you're attacking on that map. Kudos to the CSA too for like sticking together. They played really well at repelling our attacks. There was definitely a lot of shifting plans and a lot of stress. You could tell through everyone, but we held it together and had a really hard-fought map. To get that everyone into final push, and even to last stand with a 10-person deficit, even as an attacker, like that's pretty impressive and really well. And shout out to the CSA.
All right, cool. Anyone else on the second MS team have any thoughts? Preacher, Handshake.
For the first half, I was basically functioning as an augmented dude, so I don't really have much idea as to what the strategy was. I was just kind of running around from unit to unit, getting kills and keeping track of what was going on. But second map, we have to give a shout out to Provost for that barricade strategy. It's actually the first time I've seen that, and everybody, Union and Confederate, you guys fought like hell tonight. Props to all of you.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, Artie was Provo was a lot of fun to shoot next to the guns. I guess I found it very immersive. Has Provo been here?
I don't think Provost is here.
Provost ain't here.
Motherfucker.
I remember running up onto that that barricade that you guys had, and there was almost no way around it, and just trying to figure out a way around it, but also taking casualties heavily was just brilliant.
All right, let's move on to the Kelly's Brigade team for the first round. What was your guys' strategy to defend that map, Garland Stand, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
I could talk about battery in that aspect. For battery and defending, what we did as Graves Battery, we had different positionings for our guns. I had 2 Napoleons go into the behind rear in the forest. The reason why is so that way they weren't too near into the street itself on the road. In addition to that, I had a 3-inch ordnance rifle positioned on the road itself, aiming down the road just in case the Union took that position. We could have like a backup cannon there and I moved my cannon more closer to where the white building from CSA perspective left flank, and I had that one there in case Union did come on that side of the map. There was that brief situation where they did, and I'm glad we had our piece there. But infantry came in and held that flank, which was awesome. So that's why we positioned those guns accordingly for that defense.
I can't say much for the infantry because I kind of zoned out during the debriefing or the coordination. But for CQB, our main strategy was just to support and try to be the best skirmish unit, and we were leading those charges and everything in the beginning. I actually had Grim tell me, it's probably not a good idea to be the smallest regiment and then just lead the charge out in front. But he kind of had to wrangle me back in, and it was a lot of fun. From what I kind of understand for the first map, our strategy was we hold the right, but we also take a small unit on the left and hold on the left and kind of flip-flop back and forth between the two. That way we can kind of get behind the Union line and just hit them from behind. I'm pretty sure that was the strategy.
Yeah. So the strategy going in was Ninth Corps was going to sit on the fence, KB was going to sit on the far right, and then Kai and 5th VA here were going to sit in the center and support the artillery. And we were kind of planning for the entire Union team to start the game to push us like we'd started our game on the second match. But when we got that token force that came in with all the flags, we kind of wiped them out, and we had seen that their entire team had gone to the left. So everybody shifted over there to kind of counteract that. So the plan was to hold that right with everything, and hopefully they would charge right away, but they didn't do that, so we had to shift everything over. And it passed there. It was really the communication of everybody kind of supporting each other that really helped us win that battle, because everything kind of broke down for positioning, really.
Yeah, if I could say something here, I remember CQB sitting on a log facing south and then watching that Union regiment charge that snake fence and getting so terrified because we're just a small little regiment. We're waiting on the rest of KB to kind of get behind us and reinforce us, and just sitting there and telling CQB to just hold, and then they see those guys coming up the hill. That was relieving.
The communication was definitely key on that first one for us, the offending. When I was over there with the ordnance rifle gun, I could see the group coming into the forest line, attacking that flank, and that allowed us to ring in comms so that the infantry can come and reinforce. And it's a beautiful map for canister as well. Especially Grace Battery, where we're conducting a lot of canister shots, trying to hold back the Union.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? I guess from KB side. But...
just a lot of charging. That was what that was. I know that there was a lot of charging. We got behind a lot of groups.
Oh my god, it was.
Oh, they got their entire unit in that corn, and we got over the fence, and we just killed them all there, and we moving around. There was so much movement, though. I really enjoyed that.
I ran out of stamina so many times in that game.
And because of the fact that CQB was with 5th VA, and during the first match we were mostly separated, I kept spawning on the flag with the 5th VA, running to CQB, then having to run back to where the 5th VA is because that's where we're shifting to.
Go wherever 5th VA is.
Yeah.
I will say it was very funny, especially towards the end of the first round, to see 5th VA just spawn out of nowhere and hit the Union from behind. That was funny.
Oh, we went to that rock in the middle of the field 3 times in a row.
It
worked the first time, and I was like, let's do it again. And then it worked the second time, and then it didn't really work the third time, but we just sat on that rock every time.
I remember getting a hold of my men, and I'm like, all right, wherever you are, just drop. And wherever if you're around 5th VA, just go up, meet with them, see what they're doing, and just stick with them. I'm going to respawn because I kept getting shot to death in the first round. Like every time I respawn, I remember having to have Graham lead for a little while.
I was trying to busting his balls, him saying like he was supposed to be leading the battles, and I'm like, yeah, but I led that one for half of it, so fuck you.
Hey man, I kept getting shot.
But yeah, with that being said, Corded, do you have any questions for either side for the first round?
No, not really questions. I do think that what the CSA already did the second round is probably what should always be done for CSA already, because that's just kind of like it's something that you can do always. You're not having to rely on the union going a certain way. You also don't need as many people on it, and then once that's done, you can just switch back to rifles, which is kind of what you need in that map.
All right, thank you. So the sides flipped. So the KB team was attacking on the second round. Second MS team was defending. So we'll start with KB's team. What was your strategy to attack Garland Stand, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Enemy at the gates.
Yeah. So the attack strategy, as the Union on that side, was it 9th Corps, 5th, KB, for the most part. The KB sent a unit or two to that far right to kind of get some people on that White House to kind of shoot up the road. But the plan was to send everybody left and go. And we got pretty far on the initial push. We regrouped on that left side, and it just turned into a slugfest, and we lost that slugfest. We just got chewed up pretty bad on that left side. And we got down a whole battle state, and we really had to improvise a lot of the planning there past once we were down a full battle state.
Yeah. Battery wise attacking, the plan was my guys were going to continually move the 10 pounders that were available to us, but we were in hopes and remained a line of communication as to whether or not the infantry will take that CSA battery position, so that way my guys can move in, commandeer those guns, use one of them as canister to shoot the CSA as they come in, to try and take that position back, in addition to possibly even flipping their own equipment so that they can't use it if we're taken out of that position. But unfortunately, we never had that opportunity. There was one brief moment, which we did. One of my guys actually managed to turn the cannon around, but then when I looked behind me, there was a CSA unit in the inner forest. And I don't know if you caught this, but I kept yelling, behind us, behind us, behind us, and nobody was looking back. And I'm like, oh, we're about to be pincered like a sandwich. And then that's exactly what happened, and we got pushed back. So, but at least the reason why we're pushing the 10 pounders up in the forest is because if we can't get any action over there, we had cannons to play with. We brought them up like middle of the match. So, by then, like I mentioned earlier, the ticket advantage was just, extreme. I mean, we were down extreme in tickets, and we just did what we could.
I know for CQB, in terms of like when we were attacking, the plan was initially to shift left with everybody and just slam up the left with them, but everything kind of failed after that initial charge. So we ended up being slightly a skirmish unit, but also like a QRF, where when we heard somebody was needing reinforcements, we charged in.
Yeah, I remember there was a couple of times me turning to Grim and being like, we're just getting pelted down right here. I remember we were at the Rocks, and I think it was someone in KB 51st something. I don't remember the exact name of the regiment, but he asked me if I could swing left, and we're going left, and we get caught out in the out of bounds. So I'm like, all right, we'll shift it back inbounds. And I don't know what regiment that was standing right there, but they just wiped us as soon as we appeared on that road. It was just charge after charge. After that first initial charge, we couldn't really go any further after that.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Confederate left? Sorry, the Union left on round 2?
Yeah.
Oh, that might have been us.
Yeah, so speaking of that, second MS was defending the second round. What was your guys' strategy to defend Garland Stand, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Initially, it was play tight around. Build the artillery wall off the rip. That was one of our strats that we went in there. We requested like a couple of our guys to start building that wall, and then kind of play it, play it aggressively, play it smart. We started delegating responsibilities to people. I thought that all of the CSA regiments did great. We held IVB to the left so they couldn't like move or try to maneuver, and then we played center mass so we could pivot. And so it was awesome because I got to use like the Mississippi Brigade like perfectly. Where in times second and mass was like holding center mass on point while we sent like 18th to help reinforce the right. And so it was a pretty textbook game, and it was a shame that we lost, but we definitely fought hard, and it was super aggressive, and we kind of held together, and it was like a wall that you couldn't breach. And so that was a good game.
Yeah, that's GG. You guys did not give us an inch of ground, especially on that second map.
Yeah, it was fun.
You guys fought really well.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two games that really like two teams that really wanted to win. And I enjoy those. That was good. That was a good sweat.
It was a very good fight, and I'll give you credit for that wall. That was a very. I tip my hat off to you guys for coming up with that idea. That's wonderful.
Have you guys ever seen that before? Like, honesty.
I think I've seen it before, but I guess for us at least, Raspberry, we wanted the positioning, and it just flew over my mind. So.
Did you guys build it on the first map? Like.
No, for us, we did not. We
Okay.
One of the limbers. I don't know what happened. I was in the by the white building,
We saw
and then I
that.
go in the street and I see it's upside down. I'm like, what happened here? And the guys are like, oh, we don't know. And then it must have been some of the guys that were helping us move equipment that by accident, or whatever, a fluke or whatever. But we did what we could. But that was. I'm gonna think of that from now on. That wall that was very good. When I consistently saw, Union lines going and going and going, and sometimes skeleton crews going, and I thought to myself, this is not working. It's consistent charges with no effect at that point. But that's why you guys brought a hell of a fight and a very, very beautiful defense. It was very very well done.
I shall now refer to that strat as circling the wagons.
It's a wall.
The Boers in South Africa would call that a leaguer, like a wagon fort, and they would use that as like a shelter. Shit.
It's how the pilgrims and stuff would be able to safely cross the prairies when they were traveling.
Yep.
Interesting. Corden, any questions for the second round or comments?
Knight was telling us in debrief that First Missouri and Shenandoah Valley Rangers on the right side weren't supposed to charge as many times as they did, and that was kind of a ticket trap for them because they got wiped every single time. As far as the Union arty on Garland Stand, I've never seen it be good ever. So it's just better to take rifles there. I mean, that's typically how Garland's is with all the trees and with everything being so close. I mean, it's mostly just canister. That's all you can really do.
Yeah, definitely that canister. We're using it.
Yeah.
You guys are having fun with it. I mean, that's probably the most effective considering the range.
I saw some shells going like way far over people's heads.
I got hit by a canister.
I think it was the right cannon. That like there's a whole hill in front of it. Like, you can't do anything with that.
I remember
that's why I love the 10-pounders, man.
I remember a charge I did, and it was CQB first, and we went out there to lead the charge, and then we just get pelted by canister. I remember turning back to Revick, I think his name, Captain Revick. I remember turning back to him like, well, we took all the canister for you, so why don't you take the cannons?
Yeah, I remember watching some of the people trying to bring the cannon up, and they got stuck on a log.
That was funny.
Like, bring the cannon up. Oh, got stuck on a log. Oh, they gotta pull it back. Oh, they pulled it back too far. They can't get the shells back because it's in a rock now. Now they gotta push it forward. Now they can get it. Now they gotta turn it.
Dude, it is such a challenge moving.
That's what I'm saying. Just don't deal with it.
On the first one, as I'm recalling, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the gun, the 3-inch that when we were defending a CSA, I had a gun on the main road, and the whole army was behind. Like it looked like a spear, a humongous spear wall behind me. And I'm saying, excuse me, I gotta get through. You know, get out of my way. And when I finally got to that cannon, I did release one canister shot. Maybe got a couple when the Union were charging in to try and get that point. But that was my highlight, at least for me personally.
Do you remember
when you're sitting there like, I've got this fallback, it's a great idea, and then there's a giant wall of friendlies in the way of your fallback.
Yeah, I screamed at not even my men. I screamed at some of my men because I was hearing you yelling, "Let me through! Let me through! Let me through!" I was like, guys, get away!
Dude, my heart was pounding.
Let the man through.
Make a hole! Make a hole!
I remember one time, I think it was one of the Union cannons. They fired at Preacher's guys, and only killed one guy. And Preacher's like, "Oh, what the fuck? Shoot back at that guy. Get their revenge. Show him what they're motherfucker."
On the second match when we were attacking, as we were charging, a shell landed like 2 feet in front of me and just planted straight into the ground. I ran and just kept going. I'm like, I'm going before the fuse goes.
Oh man.
Corey, do you have anything else?
Fuse. You don't know how long it is, though.
Corey, anything else?
No.
All right. Anyone else have any general comments, questions they want to ask, or anything they want to say before I call it off?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Corey, I can't say how genuine. Are you British or are you Canadian or something like that?
I'm neither.
Neither. Where are you from?
No.
Second Corps, 6th Louisiana.
Yeah, Second
That's what
Corps.
he is.
Chosen men.
I thought that was
a
tall
dad
gray.
joke.
Don't even start.
You bug, Patty.
Nah.
That was a sharp reference. Sorry.
Anyone else got anything?
By the way, Grim, that shell, that humongous fuse time, was from Panzer. He just texted me, so he says hello.
Those are fun. Those are fun.
Hi, Panzer.
Do have some nice people in the
Good job,
audience.
Panzer. I validate you.
Highest honor. But yeah.
And by the way, Panzer, I outran your shell, so haha.
Oh. Hey, don't get him on CQB's ass, all right? Shut up.
He said, howdy, y'all. It was fun. LOL.
That's good to hear. So yeah, with that being said, thank you all for watching the video or listening on Spotify. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe for more. And yeah,
Smash
we'll see you in the
that
next
like
episode.
button. Woo!
Have a good night, everyone. See ya.
Bye.
Good night. Take care.
These webcams, bro.